Good morning. I'm Fidel Natalia and I'm to be SAA for tonight meeting. So for everyone, please welcome on the welcome on the seat. Please gather around and please people in the front of the seat first, yeah, to make all of us can get more closer as an audience, so we can more carefully understanding and then respect with the speaker and all of the members here. And as the SAA for tonight, actually we have the some rules for all of the members or the guests or our special distinguished atau semester. The first is we have to stay quiet when someone is talking on the meeting, and then we hope all of you can don't playing the phone because we have to respect to the all of the speaker here, and then we believe you have to like keep silence mode on your smartphone. So if you have the urgent call from the somebody, everyone can here continue the meeting, and maybe you just have the notification on your phone. And we hopefully, because we have the special guest, if you have another question or something in the even in the middle of the meeting, you can actively participate at the meeting, because this is the special day because we have our distinguished Atos Master members from the another country. I mean, from the another country, from the another city. So we have to respectful and maybe ask a lot about what we want to say to them. And for the meeting itself, it will be led by our Toastmaster of the meeting. It maybe around 1 or 2 minutes we will start the meeting. So for everyone that sit in the seat, please come close with all of the audience here. And yeah, so for the meeting, I will consult to our Toastmaster of the meeting, our director, and our member of the Toastmaster SGBD, Toastmaster Alvin. The stage is yours.
All right, happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Wow, I see still empty chair here. Who sit here? Ghost? Please come closer to the stage. Please feel the staff di depan ya. So come closer, Rehan. Please come closer. I feel alone here, if you know, in the stage. Okay. Olivia, here. I'm still okay. So welcome to Division B, Division I Open House. I'm very honored to have our district director, distinguished Toastmaster Hani, from all the way from Malaysia, and we have our program quality director, distinguished Toastmaster Miranda. Wow, she flew in from Bali just to meet with us. How proud are we? Oh my God, we have our trio, district director and program quality director will share with us about Toastmasters, especially to conquer the fear of public speaking. I'm still afraid of public speaking, to be honest. Like, filler words or grammar mistake. I always fear of that, and we are honored to have our district director to conquer the fear of public speaking. I still fear, but the thing is to conquer, to decrease the fear of public speaking by learning from the best, and also to increase your flying hour, your experience in Toastmaster. As long as you keep speaking, you will decrease your nervousness and your fear of public speaking. With that, we will call our district director first, distinguished Toastmaster Hani. Please come to the stage.
Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Is the only place that I could actually say happy morning without a grammarian coming to me and say, honey, it's the evening. It was good to see all of you here. Can I see a show of hands who are currently a Toastmaster member? So most of us, right? And who are not yet a Toastmasters member and you want to find out. So 4, 5, 5, there we go. We also have young Toastmasters, so I'll put you in this category, okay? Agree, right? Right? Yeah, that's right. Today, I will be talking a little bit about how to conquer the fear of public speaking. The thing is, do you know that death is not the #1 fear in the world? Yeah, it's second, because the first and highest level of fear that anyone in the world has, at least 75% of them, this is actually based on the real data, are the fear of public speaking. So you're not excluded from that. I'm not excluded from that too. Let me share with you a very personal story. For being a district director, what I do is I get to travel quite frequent. And when I travel, I get to go to locations for me to do a lot of speeches. A lot of the time, I have to do persuasive speech, inspiring people to do things, yada, yada, yada. Leaders do, right? And at one point, I go down from the stage, I shook someone's hand, and they told me like, oh, wow, you're human. I'm like, what do you mean? Your hand, it's cold. It's like, yeah, I can get nervous too. Just because that I speak a lot, that does not mean that I'm out from the fear of public speaking. So I would like to share with you the mind trick on how we could conquer our public speaking fear. So the idea is, after 25 minutes from now, fear out, confidence in. Let's see how that goes. So, when you come to the stage, you know that person is very, very nervous when they start saying, I'm sorry, I'm nervous, let me start all over again. You smile because that is true, right? Almost everyone's first time on stage, or doing public speaking, we call it. We always have this thing where sorry, I'm nervous, let me start over again. Or you find yourself putting your hands in your pocket, or you start pacing around. Then suddenly you feel like, oh my God, why is it so cold up here? Or for some people, why am I sweating so much? It's so cold in here, but I'm so hot. What's happening? So the idea is that when you feel fear, without saying anything, it is actually very loud. Do you notice anyone who is super confident, even though, nothing they say makes sense, but they are super confident, you would believe everything that they say? Like, what if I tell you that even though the whole world is saying smoking is the #1 killer, but why do never anyone go and say, why do you keep eating the Mars bars? Diabetes actually is one of the most problematic issue. You're nodding. I don't have a data to support it, but I was confident enough to say it, and you believe me. Now, if you have been in Toastmasters, you probably heard of that particular speech. It is by Muhammad Katani, yes. And he was talking about confidence and how words may implement and may affect a certain speech, right? So the idea is that public speaking is all about generating confidence. And that cannot be gained in one day. Calvin, thank you. So I have 3 tips for you to increase the level of confidence so you can do a good public speaking or get better at it. One of the biggest tips, and I need your help for that, is to conquer the fear monster. When you learn how to swim in the very beginning, well, at least for me, what my father did was just to push me in the water. So that's what I'm going to do to you tonight. I'm going to push you in the water. Okay? when we said that we want to conquer our fear, let's conquer our fear and meet them head on. Who has a fear of public speaking? Okay, good. Everybody put up their hands. So I'm going to call someone who is not a Toastmasters yet.
Yes.
Mr. Not Toastmasters yet. Would you be able to introduce yourself to the crowd?
Mr. 50% not Toastmasters. Okay, my name is Karen. I'm here to learn about how to conquer the fear monster.
Okay. So who invited you here?
Instagram invited me.
Instagram invited you here. Okay, good. Karen, right?
Karen.
Karen, yes. Okay. Right, Karen. Let me ask you one important question, and can I have the slide next, please? Now, the thing is, when we say we fear public speaking, it could be very vague. That's not how we conquer our fear. To conquer our fear, my tips for almost everybody is to reframe what you're. It's okay, you don't have to read from there. It's gonna explain to you. If you want to obtain these later, you can. Okay? It's for you to reframe your fear by describing them exactly what it is. How? Ask yourself this important question. What about public speaking that you fear so much? What is it? So for example, okay, I'm giving you an example. When I'm afraid of public speaking, normally when I go on stage and I start feeling shivers and start sweating, the thing that I imagine most is that, what if I said the wrong thing and people is gonna put me accountable to it? That is my biggest fear. It is fear of public speaking, but in specific, I fear that I might say the wrong thing. So, would you like to tell me what exactly about public speaking that you're afraid of? It could be anything. It could be people looking back at you. What is it about that?
I guess the fear of public speaking actually got on to me since high school, when I had to deliver a speech, and apparently I said the wrong word and I forget the material in the middle of because my nervousness was taking over, and everybody laughed at me, and that image is still there every time I deliver a public speaking.
Okay. So let's put that into a more specific word. Okay, those are your experience, right? Okay. Let's put it into more specific word. You fear of
Being laughed at.
being laughed at. That's a good one. Okay. Let's ask another person. Let's ask over here. Also another person who not yet a Toastmaster. Your name?
Hello everyone, I'm Farah. So basically, the one who invited me to be here is Adika. Well, basically, I feel that universe is support me to be here. It's kind of destiny. Yesterday I told to Andika that, hey Andika, I want to improve my English. I want to improve public speaking in English, something like that. But actually, in my current position, I'm getting I'm involving a lot with public such as agency and yeah, so on, yeah. But in bahasa, well, actually I don't really feel I'm confident yet to public speaking in English. That's why I'm willing to improve my English public speaking.
So now can you let us know? What is it about public speaking you fear so much?
Yeah. My fear is when I'm not really feeling well to communicate what I want to deliver to the audience.
That's very good. Okay, so the fear is you fear that the message cannot come across. Okay, that is your fear, right? So we have two different spectrum of fear here. This is about communication not there, and this is about he don't want people to laugh at him, because that's very traumatizing for a lot of people. I understand, right? So if you're still thinking, other questions you can ask yourself would be, why is it scary? What makes it scary? You know, I'm afraid sometimes. In the very beginning of my journey as a speaker, I'm afraid when people look at me. I felt like, is my body bulging the wrong way? Why are they like squinting their eyes? I have that fear. So there are a few tips on how to conquer this. Alvin, would you mind moving to the side? So we have two different types of fear, and let's reframe it by putting opportunities in it. So the fear over here is fear that people will laugh at you. So let's reframe it in a way that, so now what you need to do is to prepare better so that you won't get laughed at, right? Because if you prepare, then you will not get laughed at. So preparation is one of the things that you could work on. So think about it in a way that that is your opportunity here. And for you, the opportunity is for you to, apart from preparing, prepare the message that you want to come across and then arrange the rest of them. So that's an opportunity over there, an opportunity where you can grow in public speaking. Now, I understand this doesn't make sense right now, but let's do that as a practice, shall we? We have two examples. Can we invite the first example to come and join me at the stage? Now, this is an exercise you can do. Let's try to gain your confidence a little bit. So you all heard about his fear just now. His fear was laugh. So don't laugh. Okay? We are a supportive learning environment, so we don't laugh at each other. So you see, you have wonderful life stories, I'm sure. You lived long enough to remember where you were born in, who are your parents, and who are your siblings. Okay, scratch that. Where you are born in, who are your parents, and what you're doing right now in life, your career, right? You have these three information. So let's keep it into these three information, shall we? Would you be able to tell them these three information without having to tell a story, just three facts? Okay? Here you go. Your name, your parents, and your career.
Okay. So my name is Karan. I'm born on 26 December 1996 in Jakarta. My parents are Indian origin, but born in Jakarta, also in Cirebon. Currently, I'm doing as a finance director in a blockchain company. Right, so that's why I don't frequently do public speaking because I'm always behind the numbers. Right, that's.
Were there at any point when you were giving your speech just now that you felt that they're going to laugh at you?
The images are still there, but when I was past a certain point, I guess past the first 5 seconds, you were in the moment, and yeah, the fear was gone.
There we go, right? Okay, I'm going to not use the microphone. Give me your show while we stay here, okay?
Okay.
You guys at the back can hear, right?
Yeah.
Because I think the microphone doesn't really serve much of a purpose right now. Easier. My voice is louder. So you see, the thing is, the key here is that he was already prepped his entire life about this information. So of course, if I were to come up here and I told him, okay, Karen, let's talk about some jokes of the day. Would you be able to do one? Like his face is like, oh no. I'm not gonna be able to pull that, right? So the idea is he was prepped. The story is already engraved in your mind. So when you start giving your speeches, you had that confidence because you were prepped.
Yeah.
Right? So your mission for that is to keep doing it again and again and again. Make sure you prep so that no one is gonna laugh at you. That was the idea. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our second person. So this is another trick that I'm going to share with you. Can I have the person who invite her to come up to the stage as well? So the thing about communication or delivering communication with one to another Because when you deliver when you want to deliver an information, like for example like a client, to start with a huge crowd like this is not going to solve that problem. Usually what I recommend is for you to speak from one person, and then you add to 2%, 3%, and eventually you come up to the stage. Okay, so what we're going to do is, he's your client and you already know your product, right? So can you let your client know the three points from the products that you are promoting, okay, in your company right now, the one you're doing, you are asking him just now, right? So now he is your client, because I chose him on purpose. I chose him because she was comfortable enough to tell him this is something that she wants. So one of the key is for you to work with people you're comfortable with. That's the idea, right? You're comfortable with him, I suppose. Good enough. Good enough. So go ahead. Tell him 3 things about your product that is so great.
Hi Andika, how are you?
Hi.
So I will tell you about our new insurance product for sun protection tepat. Okay. So I know when you're interested in terms of protection, you will thinking that my premium will be gone if you are not dead or ill, right? So I have the solution. Why you have to choose the tepat, sun protection tepat. The first is you will have higher sum assured, and the second one is you will get your premium back at the maturity, and the last one is you will get kind of return because we will give you 100% premium back plus 90% return at your maturity.
Okay. Do you see what makes it a different just now? Because when she was talking to me and talking to all of us, her hands was just like this. There we go. She was doing that. That was on default. This was her hands on default, right in front of everybody. But the moment she spoke to him, someone that she's comfortable with, she started making all kinds of hand gestures. She started explaining things. She started 1, 2, and 3. It was naturally flowing. But if just now I was to exchange you with random stranger from the back that she don't know, she might not be the same. And let me ask you, when you were explaining to him, not looking at the crowd, how did you feel? Do you feel nervous at all?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because it's different people. Yes. But after 5 seconds of explaining, how did you feel?
Yeah, reduce the nerve.
Reduce the nervousness. It's no longer fearful for you, right? So this is the power of support. This is what we call support. Right? Thank you for the both of you. Thank you, Alvin. So the idea is you want to work on the opportunities that lies within the obstacles that you're having. So all the things that I've mentioned just now are a concise understanding of what Find My Confidence Factory comes in. What I keep repeating over and over again just now was that you need to prepare. You need to practice. And as you grow along, you require some feedback. Right? Because without feedback, you don't know you're doing it right, you're doing it wrong. I could have just called Kieran back into the front and I said, like, Kieran, okay, what you can do better next time when you have to introduce yourself is by letting people know, like, why your family a long time ago decided to, come to Jakarta and give birth to. I'm sure there's a long story behind that, right? That could have been very interesting. Or you could have said, why did you choose the career path that you are in? That because by just telling people what your career are right now, people is already like, oh, that's what he's doing. I wonder what else. I wonder why he's here, right? I could have said that. With those feedback, you can grow. So Vincent van Gogh, you know the painter, right? He said that if you hear a voice within you, which usually you're against yourself, if you hear a voice within you that says you cannot paint, then by all means, keep painting until the voice is gone. It's the same thing with public speaking. Like what Alvin suggested, he came up, he said, I'm still nervous. It's the same, I'm still nervous. Before I enter the hall, I revise my slides over and over and over again. By the time I reach, I'm like, wait, I lost my laughter jumbo. Because it's not an easy task to be able to exert confidence, especially when you're up to no sleep at night after a baby wake you up the whole night and you have to eat Panadol before you arrive at the location, right? So it's all about getting used to it. Getting used to it. Preparation, practice, and feedback. And there's one person, Brian Tracy, if you know who is Brian Tracy. He's a very good, very successful entrepreneur, and he's also a wonderful leader, great writer, and he has this 5P. Prior preparation prevents poor planning. That would be a very nice, that would be a way to look at this. Confidence is all about preparing, practicing, and getting the right circle to have a feedback. And the final thing is that, you see, in Toastmasters, right, we always talk about, for those of you who are currently in Toastmasters, this is something for you. If you notice all the pathways, they are like, confidence is one of the component of competency, and it exists in every path. Why? Because confidence is the one thing you cannot learn with theory. Confidence is the only thing you can learn by practicing, by doing, giving feedback and doing it over again. So the only thing I could advise you from here is make time your best friend, because only time will be able to grow that. I have the first photo of my first speech in a Toastmasters meeting. Like, you can't see my neck. Let alone to think about one day I would have become a district director. That was never in my head. But 10 years after that, here I am. So that to me is a very strong reasoning of making time your best friend. When you go through the years of practicing, right? When you keep doing it, this one recurring thing that I realized could differ what we have here in Toastmasters and the rest of other organization outside. The difference is the evaluation portion. Toastmasters has this values and mission, and it says that to support everyone to achieve excellence. The idea is that you need to be in a supportive circle in order for you to grow. So Oprah Winfrey said, you have to surround yourself with people who want to push you higher. So just now when Kieran was up here and I said, everybody, please don't laugh. Even though at a certain point, I don't know if you feel like you want to laugh, but you kept quiet. He made a lot of jokes towards the end. Actually, he laughed at his own jokes. And I knew that a lot of us, we would want to laugh together, but we knew that was what the one that scared him. So we all stopped ourselves from laughing, because half of us, or like 70% of us here are Toastmasters. You see, that is the power of support. You need the great kind of support. And lastly, celebrate successes. It is important that you celebrate. Like for instance, like you just now, it's not easy, I know. It's not easy to come up and pitch to anyone. So this goes to everyone. If on the first day you can only speak to one person, that is public speaking. Second day you can speak to two person, also public speaking. And one day you get to speak to a whole crowd, that is the ultimate aim of public speaking. But it is no less than speaking to only one person. There's a bonus tips for you, and well, you all expected this is my pitch. Join Toastmasters. Okay, join Toastmasters. That's where you can find the place to practice and the right kind of circle who wants you to go. If you have any questions later on, feel free to approach me. I will be around until the end of this session, and I'd like to invite all of you who is not a Toastmasters to join our Toastmasters Leadership Institute tomorrow if you are interested. I think I'll let Alvin explain that further, right? So enjoy the rest of the night. I hope this session has helped you a little bit in growing your confidence. Good luck, everybody. Over to you, Miranda. Oh, to Alvin first. Yeah. See, Panadol.
Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause to distinguished Toastmaster Hani. Okay, so inspiring. I know the very important point: preparation, practice, and feedback. And from her speech, I noticed that I always miss the first one. Preparation, no preparation. So once again, everyone, let's take a look to distinguished Toastmaster Hani and say with me, thank you, DTM Hani. Thank you. All right, now we have our second speaker for tonight. We have our program quality director coming along from Bali. We have distinguished Toastmaster Miranda Rumi. Please come on the stage.
Thank you, Arvin. All right, Jakarta. I would like to ask you, especially the new ones, Karen, Sarah, Farah, and Sarah. Which one is Sarah? Sarah, Jeremy, Ken, and there's one more, I think. One more. Who's new also? Who is guest? Can we introduce the guest?
In Vatican, in Black Jacket?
What's your name?
No.
Snell. And there's one more, right? No. Oh, there you are. And you are? Oh, so you're not new. All right. Well, some of you came a little bit late, but for those who've been around since the very beginning, can I just ask, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, where is your fear now compared to half an hour ago? Karen.
Okay.
You probably were afraid of public speaking, right? That's why you're here. And then after getting some healing from Hani, where is that now? Is it?
I guess it's slightly improved. I think my fear is 4.
From?
From 6 probably.
I'll take it.
Okay. There you go. And what about you, Farah?
My English is not really good as well. So yeah, slightly improved
Okay.
from what's the highest?
10. So your fear was 10. No, his fear was 6. Now it's 4. So it went down 2. And you? And that one. Okay. We'll take it. All right. So now, with what I'm going to share with you, hopefully we'll bring it down even further.
Right.
Yes? We like that? Because now we're talking about structure. And first, Didi Hani or Hani has talked about the fear monster, how to conquer that, and preparation. And now we're going to look at a different kind of preparation, which also going to help. Well, actually, it's not different. It's kind of like linked. And if you know this kind of preparation, it will make you even more confident. All right. So let me just ask, and those who know, I mean, if that's you, Toastmasters, you don't need to raise your hands. Have you heard of PrEP?
Yes.
Yes. Ah, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, the PrEP method. What are they?
Point,
Yes.
reference.
Okay.
I guess it's example,
Okay.
and then point again.
Okay, correct?
Reason for it.
Yeah, the second one is reason. Yeah, so point, reason, example, and point. So you know that. Have you tried it?
Not really, but my brother is actually a Toastmaster, and he actually
Who's your brother?
Nitesh.
Nitesh.
Yeah.
Not Dinesh. Nitesh.
I know Dinesh also.
You know Dinesh also. Okay. All right. Well, Dinesh is I think he's almost like he's a champion. Like he's a contestant. He's spoken in the district or actually in the semi-final, right? Okay. So you know the right people. All right. Okay. Well, let's take this moment. This is intimate. It's easy. Let's explore that a little bit further. So for those of you who know PrEP, P, with the point. Oops, what happened to that? It's supposed to be point. So this is something that actually we use a lot in our lives. We just are not conscious about it. And today we're going to make it more conscious, right? So point, basically this is something that will help us to give a clear, concise, and structured response quickly in any situation. So point, what is point? Point is any stance that you have, any statement that you make that you want to defend, want to argue about, okay? And then, for example, let's say networking is essential if you are in a conference. Okay, so that's your point. So now what's next? What's next? Reason. So reason means like you want to defend or you want to state why, to the rationale before of your statement. Yeah, because our brain always wants to make sense. Do you notice that? If it doesn't make sense, you're going to say, ah. And as a speaker, you don't want to get your audience to be in that state when they just like, huh, what? Doesn't make sense, because the minute they do that, you lose them. You lose them because they would still be thinking while you keep talking, and they stay behind, right? So reason, rational. So let's say with that statement that I said, networking is essential if you're in a conference, you're attending conference. What would be a reason, you think? Anyone can try. What would be a reason?
Build relations.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah. So networking is an opportunity to build relationships, to unlock doors to opportunities and ideas, right? So that's the reason. And the next one is example. So example is you want to give an illustration, give a story. Story is the best way to do to give illustration, because story helps explaining like abstract concept into something that is tangible, that we can relate with our experience. Okay, so story. So for example, if we go with along that with the networking topic, so we first say networking is essential when we go in a conference, and then we say because through networking we get these opportunities. And then what would be an example? Who would like to try this? Or the story?
Some audience might have same interests. For example, we are in a business, real estate business, and there are some other audience who are in the same business.
Okay, I'll take that, but I would like to hear another one, and preferably from somebody who has not done prep yet.
No.
Anyone else? Okay, Karen, why don't you? I mean, you go long already.
I guess.
Now, story. Think about story.
Okay.
And story is usually best when it's personal or somebody's story, not another theory, another concept.
Right. Story is like what PT and Kanye just said, right? Public speaking is the number one fear that people fear more than that.
It's still a statement.
Right?
Actually, I could make that a point.
Yeah.
What would be the story?
So the story is
Related to that conference thing, yeah? Okay.
yeah. So regarding a conference, I think a Toastmaster Club is a conference, right? So regarding that, I went to join Jakarta Toastmaster Club, I think three weeks ago, to basically explore how fearful is this public speaking really is. And after a few meetings, I attended ACBD a few times. I got better at public speaking, so building relations and all the stuff makes you better at doing that. Not sure if that relates or not.
That is a story. That
Yeah.
is a personal story, a very long one,
Yes.
but it is a story.
It is a story.
Yeah. So yeah, it would be like that. I mean, what we're looking at now, it's for a very, very concise one, but we can also expand that. And I'll talk a little bit more about that for the Toastmasters. So yes, so that is the story. You took a long way to get there, but the story is that you get this experience, and it's a very interesting story. To the networking, I would say something like this.
Let me try.
Yes, yes, please.
In the conference, while we are attending the conference, sometimes we need to point out our reason, or we would like to vote for a reason. But sometimes I don't know, I don't understand, and I not fully understand the statement or the reason. But I know the person, so I vote for the person, not for the reason. So
Okay.
that's it's a story from me. So while
Okay. So it's your experience.
yeah, so
Okay.
while delivering the example, I can say yes, networking is essential while we are attending the conference. Because in conference, at the end of the conference, we will vote the conclusion of our conference. Actually, I don't know about the regulation that they are pointing
Okay.
out, but I know the person who delivered the reason, so I vote for the person, not the reason. I believe in the person, but I'm not understand what is the main
Okay.
regulation that they made out from the conference. That's
All
my
right.
story.
Okay, that's a beautiful story. If you shorten that story, what was the conclusion or the summary of that? So you went to conference and then you voted. And then did you meet more people, or what happened? Because we're talking about networking, right?
While conference, we meet.
Let's say I. Use I instead of we. What happened to you?
I vote the reason. I vote the conclusion, not because I don't understand. I don't understand the problem statement, the problem solver.
But you voted
But
anyway.
I voted because I believe in the person, because I have ever worked with her and for several times. So I vote.
Okay. So in that, because of your networking, in the conference you vote for somebody that you know, because you know how her work, right? Okay, close enough. Yeah. Anyone else would like to try? Kenzie, you kept nodding. You have an idea. Make it short, and in the what's the point? Remember what's the point? What's the reason? And now an example.
Well, the context is like the in-person conference. So I got a better recognition among my peers compared to
When you attended the conference, yes.
when I haven't attended. Because when you go to conference, when I went to conference, I can get that shake many hands, many people,
Yeah.
and just try to be friendly with through SKSD with
What is that? What is that? Oh, that one. That's kind of good. All right.
I can feel my warmth and like even though many people in the industry doesn't know my craft or something.
So you get to know more people, basically. Yeah. So, like the idea of this is persuasion. So you want to persuade people why the idea of when you're in conference, you should network, right? So like that, then you say, well, even though I don't know many people, but then I get to meet a lot of people. Yeah. So there's a benefit. Yeah.
But they know me.
Okay, so that people get to know me, right? So that's the benefits of networking. So remember, persuasion. You don't just tell your stories, but you want to get them to agree with you or to believe you, and if you're selling, to buy the product, right? All right. All right. So now we've got the 3 points. Like, remember the point? Remember, anybody can repeat the point? Huh? Yeah, the point. What was the example? Yes, okay. And then the second one is? Yeah, why, right? The reason. And the reason is?
Build relationship, unlock opportunities.
Yes, unlock opportunities, share ideas, and then give an example. Remember, the example is stories, and the more personal is better. And don't give them more concept, more ideas like that. So the best way to say is when I went to the conference, I met many new people, and now people know me. Right? So that is an example. And then the last one is recap. Point, recap, repeat, just repeat. That's all you have to do. So networking is crucial or essential in a conference because it can open doors and you can meet many people, something like that. Right? That's why it's essential. So very simple, right? Everybody gets it? Oh, lovely. So now I'm just going to ask you a little bit of a harder question. Why is that important? Why is that method powerful? Is it powerful? Is that method powerful? Yeah? Because it guides both you and the audience in a logical flow of the conversation. So you can think, okay, now I say this, next I say this, next I say this, and I say that. Yeah, I mean, if you're in persuasion business, this is very, very powerful because you guide people to where you want to go. Right? And for Toastmasters, I know this is like it sounds like a very, very short, how would I say, package, which you can do for interview or for if somebody just asks you questions and then you blanked out and you said, okay, I just have to make a statement first. What is my statement? What is my stance? What is my point of view? And then I have to either say agree or disagree and why. And then tells an example of that, right? But if you're making a speech in Toastmasters, remember the power of 3, right? So you have a message, and then how would you convey your message? With 3 points. And then for each point, you can use this prep method. The point, the reason, the example, the illustration, the story, and the recap, and then move on to the next one. All right? So anyone would I'm giving you an example of something that we practice in Toastmasters a lot. Karen probably already know, right? Table topics. Who understands, who have seen table topics? Huh? You have experienced table topics? So is this your first time, right? Oh, sorry. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? You have?
Yeah.
Jeremy? All right, so table topics. How do you handle table topics? This, with prep. You just listen to the question, like I'm sure you've heard. Social media does more harm than good. A statement. Now you take it, run it with prep. Okay? We're going to get some of you to do this now, and then later again. Who would like to try? I'll give you a little topic. All right. Jeremy, you want to come up here? We're going to have 2 examples. Would you like to have your own topic, or would you like me to give you?
So I think it's better from you. So
All
it's
right.
not like table topic.
Okay. Wow, you like table topics?
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's fun.
Okay, good. All right, so pets are proven to provide well-being for their owners.
It's proven to
Provide well-being for their owners. I love pets. I love dogs.
okay.
Yeah.
I will try.
Okay, let's give him a big hand of applause. Come on. You use prep, yeah?
Happy morning, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
First of all, sorry that I'm shoeless because it's wet. Okay, anyway, pets are proven to.
Okay, you can say pets provide well-being for the
Okay.
owners.
So, pets provides well-being for their owners. Yes, I think pets can provide well-being for their owners
That's the point.
because yes, because some people, let's say, they live alone, they don't have anyone to interact with, but then they have pets. I think it really helps for their well-being when there are other existence around them. For example, I have a neighbor who lives alone, and I see that every day he takes his dog for walks, and I can tell that he's happy, he's fresh, and I think it's because pets prove well-being for their owners. Thank you.
That's the example. And then?
Oh, so yeah, I think pets can provide well-being for their owners because it can accompany them when they're feeling lonely.
Okay, I think that. Great. Everybody agrees that he do all the prep perfectly? Excellent.
Thank
So,
you.
how do you feel?
I'm feeling better actually because now I know that I can have prep.
Okay. You can prep to prep. Okay, very good. Yes, so that would give you more confidence, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's the purpose. All right, because now you have the prep, you can just think, okay, I don't have to worry about it, I just have to remember prep, prep, prep. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
And I think, Ken, you would like to come. I mean, I know you're leaning forward, you're listening, you're really paying
It's actually
attention.
because I'm wet.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
But it's okay. You don't have to do that. You're okay. All right. So now another question for you. Traveling is a how would I say a boon? You understand a boon? A boon. Okay.
That's my idea. What does that mean?
It's like it makes the heart happy, something like that. You know the boon. So anybody want to give me a sentence? I can't suddenly blank right now. Yeah.
Where does happiness come from?
Can you take it? You try it. Now you have prep. Just use prep. See how you can use that. And it does, I'll tell you a trick when you do a table topics. Your answer doesn't have to be correct. All right? You just have to practice it and defend it. All right.
Well, I would say happiness comes from being in a community that supports you well, such as Toastmasters. Well, for example, I rarely speak English in Indonesia. I mean, because people don't speak English here most of the time. But of course, some people do. But they are scattered all across the board. But then there's this place called Toastmasters where you can speak with many people, many friends. You can get relationship also maybe, and also maybe you can get business partners as well in Toastmasters. For example, when I went to GTC, I guess it was my first Toastmaster place that I went to. I actually met Jeremy there. And we've been a friend for a long, maybe not a long time, maybe just a few weeks, I guess. But well, I mean, when we meet here again, it must be a destiny. So I would say it's happiness comes from a place that supports you well, like a community. For example,
Okay, thank you. Did he do? Ooh, he's human. Did he get it right? Yes. Okay. Now, remember that? Prep. Yeah, you'll be able to take any table topic. You'll be a champion soon. Thank you. But you have to join first, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. So, 1 minute? All right. So I would like to just wrap that up. Did you guys learn something from that? Yeah. Can I just ask again, where is your confidence now? So your fear, just from experiencing or from understanding that now we have a way of doing it. Jeremy said he's more confident. What about you, Karen?
3.
3? Okay, one more. I take it. What about you, Ken?
I mean,
Go down.
Go better. Oh, so your skills.
Yeah, we go down. From fear at 10, it goes down. Down. Down 1 point. Okay, we'll take that. And like what Hani already said, it's all about practice. Yeah, I mean, if you knew me 15 years ago before I joined Toastmasters, I would not be able to do what you guys did. Yeah, not even like what you do. I mean, you were very fluent already. I would be like, that's what I was. That's how I was, truly. I was not like, Hani is natural speaker, but I was not. I had to fight and learn and practice a lot. But eventually it comes. Then the confidence comes just from practicing. Okay, so again, the prep is not just a strategic tool, but it's a method that will help you quickly and effectively address any question or any statement that you have to make quickly, promptly. Okay, so I hope you practice it and see you soon. I will see you, you'll practice some more. Thank you.
Never leaves the same. Okay, thank you. Let's take a look to Miranda and say with me, thank you, Miranda.
Thank you.
All right, so big round of applause to Miranda. So she come here, and before we go, first, Hani, please come to the stage.
It's so rare that the lady has a cert.
Can you move a little bit so we can see this?
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3. You're great.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Alvin.
much, Hani. And next for our program quality director, distinguished Toastmaster Miranda, the certificate.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oops, sorry.
Once again, congratulations and thank you so much, our district director and program quality director, to share with us about preparing your speech, anything to go to the stage to conquer the fear of public speaking. And not only that, this is part of one Toastmaster agenda, which is prepare speech, when we have to prepare in advance to deliver our speech. We'll see later in our Toastmaster meeting. And from Miranda, we know how to answer sudden question, like where does happiness come from? And Kenzie said, from you guys.
From Toastmasters.
From Toastmasters. I agree with you. We are human. We are social being. We need others, right? We cannot just talk alone. Even if we are alone, when we post on TikTok, and we will be happy if someone view our TikTok video, right? All right. So again, I recall the message from our leaders that confidence comes from practicing. So practicing. At the first, I recall my first public speaking in Toastmasters. I was very confident. That time I was very confident. But at the time, in the middle of my journey, my confidence was slowing. It was decreasing. Because of the experience, because I know more people. At the first time, I don't know people. If I make a mistake, that's okay. You don't know me. But now more people know me, I will be more afraid. And because of our trio come here, they said practice will generate confidence. That's okay. Make mistake like Vincent van Gogh said. If there is a voice that say you cannot do, what will we do?
Do it.
Just do it. Now let's come to our Toastmasters meeting. Yay! And our theme is conquer the fear of public speaking. And we also have our word of the day, which is snap. Snap is will be explained later by our grammarian. So that's why we have a team. So first, let's call our evaluation team that will be led by our distinguished Toastmaster Hani, our district director. So distinguished Toastmaster Hani, please come to the stage as our DE.
Thank you, everyone. My role as the general evaluator is for me to evaluate the entire meeting with a group of people who will be helping. That comes with our grammarian, who will now introduce the word of the day. Grammarian, apologies, because everything runs on automatic nowadays. Would you like to introduce the word of the day? Go ahead.
Okay, so hi everyone.
Hi.
So to introduce myself, I'm Raihan, and today I will be your grammarian for tonight. For those of you who don't know, that means I will be observing your grammar and your way of speaking, and I will give a report at the end of the day. And as our Toastmaster meeting just so in a snap decision handed to me, what is the word of the day? It is snap. It means sudden. It means make a somewhat rash decision. So please do use that word in your speeches, and it will be counted by NWOD counter later on. And that is all for tonight. I will see you guys later.
Thank you, Raihan. Now we have our timer, which happens to be Florentina. Florentina, over to you.
Thank you. Okay, guys, my name is Flo from GSK Toastmaster Club, and tonight I'll be your timer. So for the icebreaker, the length is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4, I will change it into green. At 5, it will change to yellow, and at 6, it will change to red. The speaker needs to write up their speech in less than 30 seconds. And for the prepared speech, it will be 5 to 7 minutes. At 5, I will change it into green. At 6, it will be yellow, and at 7, it will be red. Please, the speaker needs to wrap up in less than 30 seconds. Whatever topic, the time will be no more than 2 minutes. So at 1 minute, it will be changed into green. At 2 minutes, it will change into red. So the speaker needs to wrap up in 30 seconds. For evaluation, it will be 2 and 3 minutes. At 2, it will be in green. At 30 seconds, it will be at yellow. At 3, you speaker need to write up, and at the last 30 seconds. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Managing Director. Sorry.
Thank you, timer, for the great explanation. Let's move to the and the word of the day counter, Andika.
Today or tonight, I will be your mirror. So as a RNWD counter, I will help you to note down all your filler words that can be distracting in your speeches. Also, I will take note on the WOD usage of your speeches. So what is the WOD? Snap. So please use it as many as possible in your speeches. And later on in the meeting, I will help you to deliver my report so that we can learn together. Thank you.
And in a snap, Andika, she has just started becoming our mirror. Snap, right? And finally, our ballot counter, Faustine.
Hi everyone, I'm Faustine from British Toastmaster Club. So today I will be the ballot counter, everyone, we will have 3 sessions, which is a table topic, prepared speech, and also evaluation session. So please cast your vote to me. I'll be going around with the QR code, so you can pick your favorite speaker that are qualified in time. Thank you.
My team and I will come back at the end of this meeting and we'll see how the meeting goes. So that in a snap, we'll be learning a lot of things. Over to you, Tioi.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Hani, our general evaluator. Let's give our evaluation team a round of applause. Okay, now let's go to the first session. We will have 3 agenda for tonight. After the education, we have prepared speech, and then we have the table topic when you try what you just learned, and last is the evaluation session, the time for you to learn. Well, in a snap, I was thinking, do you want to use mic? Mic? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, I need that. Okay. Because nice and close, because here's the sole speaker right now in a snap, thinking that we have a stage. In the previous, we have communication, interaction. That's why we don't use mic. Now we will use microphone for the rest of the session. Okay, now we have our first session, prepared session. We will start with our first speaker. We have Toastmaster Alaika. Our ice speaker will deliver her very first speech in Toastmaster. Woohoo! And her evaluator, we have our program quality director, distinguished Toastmaster Miranda. So, distinguished Toastmaster Miranda, please introduce our speaker and read the purpose of her project.
Okay, using this? Doing this? Yeah? Okay. Well, today we have the honor of witnessing, we are going to witness the icebreaker from Alaika. And if you know, in Toastmasters, your icebreaker speech is your, what is it? Yeah, your initiation and your unforgettable memory, because that's when the moments of truth happens, when life changes for you. So I'm very honored to be your evaluator, Alaika, and Alaika will be doing icebreaker, which is the very first speech in Toastmasters, and it's just about speaking. They don't have to think too much, just speak. And I hope you enjoy your speech. Don't worry too much and just be you. And the title is called Blessed Be Upon You. Isn't that a beautiful title? So, blessed be upon you, Alaika. Let's give her a big hand of applause.
Alai! What? You called me Alai? How dare you? Hey everyone, my name is Alaika, but my friend used to call me Alai. For those of you who don't know Alai, Alai is an Indonesian slang that is used to describe someone or something that isn't as tacky, cheesy, or over the top. Please, you can look at this picture.
Wow!
See? Do you think I look like this guy? No, right? Can you please answer me? No, right? No! Exactly. This is Alai, and this is. I'm gonna put this again. This is Alaika. Alaika. Sorry, Alai. That was the label that I stuck with for years. Can you imagine being called Alai everywhere you go, and it becomes something that defines you in every first impression? That period for me was really, really crazy. As a child, I didn't see any of my name's meaning. All I heard was Alai, and all I felt was a weight of a name that I didn't want. And then one day, out of frustration, I confronted my mother. Mama, why Alaika? I don't like that name. People call me Ale and they use it as a joke. And then my mama told me, oh honey, that is a beautiful name. It means upon you. From a prayer, Salam Alaika, blessings upon you. So screw those people who call you Allah. You know you're not. And then after that, I started to see my name differently. I wasn't just Allah like that guy with the oily hair, right? I'm a blessing upon you. Yeah, and after that, I also learned that a name is more than just a label. It's our story, it's my story. I use that as my shield. Whenever my friend mocked me, ally, I just kept reminding myself, a name is more than just a label, Alaika. Stay strong. And then one day, there came a day when I started looking for partners. My name, it was changed into sort of a secret weapon for me. I came up with a challenge, a task. Picture this. When a guy gets the real meaning of Alaika upon you, then he gets the second date. If he cracks an ally joke, well, thank you. Next. It was like running my own reality show. Who wants to date Alaika? You have to know the meaning of Alaika. So guys came and went. They thought they are comedians with their ally punchline. But yeah, none of them passed the test. Until one day, I was looking at this man, short and dashing eyes. I wasn't even want to talk about it. And then snap. He said, your name is unique. If I'm not wrong, it means upon you, right? Oh, wow. So please, ladies and gentlemen, I present you the winner of Alaika Challenge. My husband was sitting right there and smiling listening to me. That was so silly, but it works. Yeah, actually the real crowning moment for me was during our wedding, where Alaika there between families, closest friends, and flowers was spoken with love and tenderness. That time, hearing Alaika was like hearing the most beautiful word I've ever known. So yeah, everyone, there you have it. My journey of being an Alaika target to finding my love of my life. So, as we wrap up this session, here's what I would like for you to take away. As you remember me, remember this. A name, any name, is more than just a label. It's a piece of us, part of our story that we carry into every room, every introduction, and every moment in our life. Thank you. Let's be upon you.
Thank you so much, Alaika. Bless upon you, Alaika. And guys, let's take a look at Alaika and say with me, congratulations, Alaika.
Usually in my club, we stand up whenever
We do a standing ovation.
Yeah, standing
Okay, so everyone, let's try. Let's stand, everyone, and take a look at Alaika. And repeat after me. Congratulations, Alaika! Alright, thank you so much everyone. So that's the first speech in Toastmaster Icebreaker. So we know more about Alaika. So what is Alaika means? Blessing upon you. Thank you so much, Alaika. Wow, that's so mesmerizing topic. And next, that is the first speech in Toastmaster. What will be the second speech in Toastmasters? It will be writing speech with a purpose. It will be delivered by my lovely mentee, Toastmaster Syaiful Bahri. And as his evaluator, we have Mr. President from Metropolitan Toastmaster. We have Toastmaster Wilson. Please come over the stage.
That was Toastmaster Alaika speaking. Now you're looking at an ally Toastmaster. Wearing blazers, but not shoes, let alone socks. Ladies and gentlemen, today I have the pleasure to evaluate one of the SCBD members. His name is Toastmaster Syaiful Bahri. He is on the Dynamic Leadership Pathway, completing the Level 1, Project 2, Writing a Speech with Purpose. Now, the purpose of this project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and present a well-organized speech on any given topic. This speech could be humorous, could be informative, could be a storytelling. As long as it's focused, the stage is always yours. Now, Toastmaster Syaiful Bahri, we welcome you. More power, more insecure. More power, more insecure. Toastmaster Syaiful Bahri, the stage is yours. Good luck.
Okay guys, you look, this is not wet, this is only fashion for rainy season. Okay, few days ago, we have 3 election candidate president, which are Mr. Prabowo, Mr. Ganjar, and Mr. Anies Baswedan. And one of them would be our leader. And do you know what thing can apart from leader? Maybe money, popularity, women, or anything else. But I think the ultimate thing that cannot apart from leader is a power. We, as a normal people, want to power, need to power, to feel fulfilled in our life, to be independent person. And I will begin my speech with the story from France. Long day ago. In France has King Louis XIV, and he has Prime Minister and Finance Minister Nicolas Fouquet. We focus to Nicolas Fouquet. Nicolas Fouquet, as a finance minister, he is so smart, he is so clever, and he is so rich. He has a good fashion, he has a good style, and anything else. And one day, Prime Minister Jules Mazarin died. And every people in France and every people in Kingdom believe Nicolas Fouquet would be promoted to be Prime Minister. And Nicolas Fouquet and King Louis XIV suddenly want to abolish the position of Prime Minister. And Nicolas Fouquet would be sacked, and he want to get attention from his king. He made a big party of Europe. He invited kings of Europe to join his party. In party, he made special music to his king, King Louis XIV, and he made a big party. He made big fireworks and anything else. And after the party, everyone agreed Nicolas Fouquet would be promoted to be Prime Minister because Jules Mazarin has been gone. And suddenly, tomorrow after the party, King Louis XIV make Nicolas Fouquet be suspected. And Nicolas Fouquet abolished the position, and Nicolas Fouquet moved to isolated place in another country in Europe until he died. Okay, let's examine this situation. More power, more insecure. After snapped the party and King Louis XIV became insecure, what Nicholas Fouquet did, because he made a party so expensive and he successfully to become his king become insecure. Because in theory, more power, more insecure, it's so true. Okay, maybe Toastmaster Saiful life has been changed in France and Indonesia, but I not totally agree because that's right, more power, more insecure. And if you found your office in your office or in your organization that someone outshine the boss, outshine your master, and your master become insecure, and maybe your master would to replace your position to person less threatened than you. And please next. And the tagline is never outshine your master. If you wanna get the position high and higher and higher. And like the Nicholas Fouquet, when the evening began, Fouquet was at the top of the world. And by the time it ended, he was at the bottom. That's true. And Toastmaster Saiful, how to avoid this situation? Okay, I think the one formula to avoid this position is be naive. It's okay to be naive, even wear your mask in your office, because be naive to make your superior or to make your boss more intelligent than you, or your position depends on him or her. And yep, yep, the meeting and this meeting, I want to share the point is if you want to get the power, never outshine your master, and don't make your master or your boss become stupider than you, because you will be replaced by someone who less threatened than you. And yep, I think that's all from me. But I just want to share the point is this speech not to be avoiding you to show your skill or to show your intellectual in social media or other, but you have to be careful with others feeling, particularly to your boss. If you wanna to get the more position you get in your office or in your organization, please never outshine your master. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shaiful with the second speech in Toastmaster. Okay, let's stand up. And look at Toastmaster Shaiful and say, congratulations, Shaiful. Hey, thank you so much. So that's the second speech in Toastmasters, writing speech with a purpose. So thank you so much for this very inspiring. Never outshine your master. Oh, it feels like Shaiful really talked to me because I did a mistake. I tried to outshine my masters and I regret that. And thank you for sharing the example from the past that we try to, not only we have to be, we only learn how to be good leaders, sometimes we have to be a good followers, right? Not everyone can be a good followers. Without the good followers, there will be no great teams. Thank you so much for sharing, Toastmaster Shaiful. Now let's call our timer, Toastmaster Flo, VPE from Gunung Sewu, Kencana, to read the timer report, please.
You have to.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting. So here's the time report for Alaika 5:35 and Saiful 6.01. So both of eligible for voting.
All right, thank you so much. Both are eligible to be voted. So next we have our ballot counter. Please, Toastmaster Faustin, to launch the ballot.
So I've made the ballot QR. Maybe just Mr. Alvin can help me show the QR. So everyone, both speakers can be voted. This is the QR code. Please vote, everyone. No golput. No neutral. Okay, we have 1 minute to vote. Timer, Madam Timer, please time our voting. It's cold. Has everyone voted? Okay, the time is up. Thank you, everyone. Give it back to Alvin.
Thank you so much for seeing our ball counter. Now it's time to go to our second session, which is table topic. You still remember what Miranda shared about the tips of doing table topic?
Yes.
Prep, point,
Reason, example, point.
louder, reason, example, point. Now let's try this. We'll be led by our champion from Division I, Toastmaster Donna Nadira. Our top topic master.
What a heavy introduction. Let's forget about that. Hi, my name is Donna. Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
It's kind of cold, isn't it, tonight?
Yeah.
Like my heart.
I know, like my heart too, Adrian. Okay, I am here to lead the table topic session. If you're not familiar with table topics, it is a chance for you, any which one of you, to speak up front. You have 1 minute, 1.5, 2 to 2.5 minutes to speak up here. I have with me a whole set of questions. Spicy. And I am going to go ahead and call our neighbor from a building nearby in the neighborhood. And that is not you, Toastmaster Flo. It's the person on the building next door to you, Toastmaster Marcia. Come on up.
Oh, thank God.
How are you? Hi. Good to finally meet you in person. Come on up. Okay, I have 4 cards for you. These ones are empty. These are decoy. And I want you to pick between these 4. Okay, let me read it. Okay. Toastmaster Marcia. Can you tell if someone is a public speaker? Can you tell if someone is a public speaker? Toastmaster Marcia.
Microphone.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Can I tell if someone is public speaker? No, I don't think so. Because even they are not categorized themselves as a public speaker, I think they still can deliver their speech well. Like the example that given by some of our friends here who did their first impromptu speech, I was amazed that it might be better than mine now. So it's hardly tell from someone if you just speak for some time, for a little time, then you will not say that someone is really good or not. You need time to know the person better, and you can say that if the person is a good speaker or a bad speaker, it's about time that will tell. Thank you, Toastmaster Dona.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Marga. We love having you here. Come back often, okay? All right. Next up, I have 3 more cards behind my back. I would like to call, I see Toastmaster Amanda, but I'm looking behind her. I have guest Sarah over here. Could you come up on stage? Hi. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Oh, hi everyone. Good evening. My name is Sarah. So I'm here as a guest. Basically, I already joined like last week in the SCBD Toastmaster and also the Jakarta Toastmaster this Monday. Last Monday, I think. I met you there, Karen. I guess you're the grammarian, right? Yeah. So yeah, I'm here. I'm new here, so I just I'm trying to figure out how it works basically. So please help me.
Of course. We are a welcoming space. Guest Sarah.
Yes.
Ask you. Are you familiar with table topics?
I tried once during the Jakarta Toastmaster this Monday, but it was very nerve-wracking. Like.
You'll
Let's
be
try
fine.
again.
As long as you know the timing, okay? Pick out of 3.
I guess the middle one.
The middle one.
Right.
Okay, let me read that for you. Yes, Sarah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's hard to learn public speaking? Ellen, do you think it's hard to learn public speaking?
Of course.
Oh,
Absolutely, definitely. Okay, so my answer is that it is hard to learn public speaking. The reason is I don't think public speaking is an innate ability. I mean, it's something that you need to learn and develop by yourself and supported by the right community in a safe space. And not everyone has the space to practice, even though you have like the willingness or the willingness to learn about public speaking. But if you are not in the right environment, I don't think you can learn public speaking. So yeah, for example, myself, basically, I'm always willing to learn about public speaking, but I unfortunately didn't have the chance to do it until like maybe now in here. So yeah, I guess I'm still learning. And the conclusion is that yeah, it's hard. I forget the question actually. What is the question?
You're doing great.
It's hard to do, to be a public speaker. I think that's all.
Can I go? Yes, you can. We're gonna keep you here at the front, okay? So from our 2 speakers, we have learned that no, you can't tell a public speaker because everyone can speak. And it might be hard, but everyone has the chance to speak. So please do, because this is the right place to do so. I have 2 more cards. And I would like to welcome someone who has come all the way from East Java. Toastmaster Gayatri, please come up on stage. Hi, how are you? Here's your microphone. How was your journey? Is it on? It's not on. How was your journey?
Oh, it was great, but actually I stay in Jakarta.
Oh, never
but
mind.
I choose Malang Toastmaster. I just studied there, so I just choose that one.
Oh, understood. Okay, we have a loyal member. Let's give a round of applause.
Thank you so much.
Okay, 2 more cards. Pick one.
The website?
Left from you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Toastmaster Gayatri, what makes a good public speaker?
I'm sorry.
What makes a good public speaker? Okay. What makes a good public speaker? Toastmaster Gayatri, time's yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Donna. What makes a good public speaker? I just remember that when I give ice break project in the first when I joined in Malang Toastmaster, I make a humorous story like make an imagination of fiction story that I have a husband, but actually I didn't have a husband yet. But when I remember that, I know that being a good public speaker is really hard for me. But if I can choose the 3 points, is like first, being confident even though you are fear too much in your heart, but still just keeping in your mind that you want to give the big message that you want to tell to someone. Being remembered that word, you will be confident. And the second part is like make a storytelling. By giving your experience in your story, it means that you confident and you wanna give like a natural story because you remember that the story like that is a memorable things that you keep snap in your mind. And the third is like make a chance to give someone that this is really worth to say to someone. This is something that you really want to make someone being inspired by giving what is speech you do. That is the 3 points that I can give being a good speaker. Thank you so much.
Alright. Thank you to Professor Gayatri. From her we learned that we need to be confident, we get to say what we have to say, and being inspired. Thank you. Okay, things escape me sometimes. I'm so sorry. I was listening though. Okay, and my last card belongs to Guess Nell. Hi. Come on up, please. Here you go. Hi. How are you?
Good, good.
Did you get rained on?
Sorry?
Did you get rained on?
Yeah, that's why I'm not wearing shoes.
I'm sorry. Me too.
Yeah.
My shoes are wet. Okay, my last question is for you, and it says, what's so admirable about a good public speaker? What's so admirable about a good public speaker, Gasnell? Take your time to think. You have 30 seconds to think, actually. Sorry, I didn't give that to you guys earlier.
What was the?
Okay, one more time.
What's admirable?
What's admirable? Right. What's admirable about a good public speaker?
Public speaker.
Come to the middle.
Oh yeah.
Nah.
Sorry. The first thing that I think is admirable about public speaker is that they have a lot of confidence. I think I watch a lot of YouTube videos, TED Talks, and most of them have like this sort of charisma that they show, that they demonstrate while they speak, and yeah, they command the room and they're able to convey and deliver their topics clearly, and so that people can understand them. Secondly, I think their ability to handle pressure, because personally, public speaking is not my biggest strength. So when I see those, the videos, TED Talks on YouTube, I think, oh, they must be a really confident person to be able to kind of perform their speech that they may have prepared before. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you very much.
All right. Wow, I think I share the same answer with Gus now. Confidence, owning the room, being able to say what we have to say, as well as being able to be under pressure. I think those are really admirable things about a public speaker, especially a good one. With that, I have run out of cards. And we're at time anyway. So I'd like to give control back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Alvin.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you so much, Donna. Oh, which mic?
Both are on.
All right, thank you so much for very inspiring speakers. Let's call our timer, Toastmaster Flo, to the stage to read the timer report.
You guys, this is very cool.
Very cool.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Alvin. So for Mazda, it's 1 minute 7 seconds. For Sarah, 1 minute 25 seconds. Gayatri, 1 minute 33 seconds. Now 1 minute 25 seconds. So everyone is eligible to be voted. Thank you.
Everyone is eligible to be voted. Yeah, next, let's call our ballot counter or our KPU, Toastmaster Faustin.
Thank you, Alvin. Efren, I'd like to ask Alvin to help me share the QR code. Please vote because all of our table topic speakers are eligible to be voted. Okay, you have 1 minute to vote. Madam Timer, please help after you vote. Everyone is freezing here. Okay, I think the time is up. Time is up. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Faustin, our ballot counter. Now, you already see the first part, which is paper space, when you prepare, practice, and now you will get the feedback from the evaluation session. Will be led by our GE, Distinguished Toastmaster Hani. Stage is yours.
Hello again, everyone. I hope you're not bored looking at me again. Okay, we have come to the another half portion of this meeting where we call this the evaluation portion. This is one of the most critical thing about Toastmasters because this is where you grow. Without further ado, let me welcome the first evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Miranda Rumi.
Oh, with evaluation. Okay. Can you clap more? Thank you. With my confidence. All right. So, Alaika, congratulations. You just completed your icebreaker, and what an icebreaker it was. Everybody agree? I was asking, is she new? Is she new?
Yeah.
Yes, she's new. Oh my God. Very well done, Alaika. I love how you grab attention immediately. It's like everybody gets to listen, right? I mean, you cannot ignore her. She just make her presence known so strongly. I love that. And then the confidence and ease you have about yourself, about your presence. It's amazing. So, okay, I'm going to guess that you're not new in public speaking, correct?
I am new, but thanks to my mentor,
Wow, praise be to the mentor. Nadira? Donna?
Yes.
Wow, amazing, amazing. And then your vocal variety and gestures is just one of the best that I've ever seen. Like there's so much variety, ups and downs, and pitch and cadence, and now the pause is sublime. I will talk a little bit more about that. And then the gestures, you use gestures. So again, thank you, Donna, if that's from you helping, but it's I really enjoyed all this very, very much. Now, I noticed as you were speaking, you were standing here most of the time and not moving so much, yeah? So, and this is actually probably a more advanced tips. I mean, as a speaker, as your first icebreaker, it's not important, but because you've already done everything so well, I think this is something that you can improve on. And also the mic, I think that is something that probably you want to look at. I saw that when you were speaking like this, like it's in front of your mouth, and you have such a beautiful smile. You don't want to cover that. Yeah, you can learn from your mentor. She did an amazing way of holding the mic and just get the right voice, and still we can see her beautiful smile. So that is something that I would suggest for you to for improvement. And yeah, the mic, that is what you can do. And what I love the most, and that really wows me, is your pause. Your pause is really well timed, well placed, that makes us all hanging to the words that comes out of your mouth. We want to say, we want to know what are you going to say next. So beautifully used. And so continue on where you are. You are already in a fast track, I would say. Beautifully done. And just, if you can, just next time use the mic if you have to use mic. And if you don't have to use mic, maybe just pay attention on how you use the stage. So you can approach the members at different parts of the room. But otherwise, I am so honored to be your evaluator tonight and to be witnessing what you have done tonight. So thank you. And everybody give her a big hand of applause.
Thank you. And that's a very good tip earlier on to Miranda. Remember, guys, the clap have to be continuous. It's because that we want to support one another. So promise me, from now onwards, be generous with the claps. Thank you, Miranda. Let's welcome our second evaluator, Wilson. Over to you. Clap until they reach the stage.
If you want to survive in a place with hierarchy, consider the feeling of your leader. Never outshine your master. Ladies and gentlemen, may I ask for a round of applause for Toastmaster Syaiful right there? Toastmaster Syaiful, what a wonderful speech. I could really feel the message that you were trying to get across by the story of Louis XIV. You were able to incorporate a history, a rather unfortunate one, into something that we can relate in our everyday life. Toastmaster Syaiful, what I really liked from your speech was that you really made a good use of history. The way you told us the story of Louis XIV, the death of his prime minister, as well as the exilement of the finance minister, was a really valuable lesson for us. You were able to connect it with the everyday life of having to survive in a workplace. I really also love how you were able to transition that history into the real life situation. When you said Louis had more power but also more insecure, maybe it's not valid now, but is it? At that time, you were able to snap the audience's engagement. You were able to make them relate between that story and to their personal life. If you ask them, how many of you have problems in their workplace, I'm sure a lot of them would raise their hands. Now, Toastmaster Syaiful, you are a very potential speaker, and I would love to recommend some things for you in order for you to improve your speech. Now, the first thing that I noticed is that you used an opening about the president candidacy in Indonesia. That was an attention grabber, but I noticed that you had difficulty transitioning from that opening to your real content. And I also noticed that you didn't really use it anymore in your end of the speech. I believe that you could scrap that and instead you could just raise a question to the audience. How many of you have a problem in your workplace? Please raise your hand. That will be able to engage with your audience because it is much more relatable and more safer than discussing the president's candidacy, which is a political topic. Now, another thing that I noticed from you is that when you were up in the stage, when you were telling a story, you were static. Let me tell you how you could use your body language and vocal variety to tell the story of how Vuke threw a party. Vuke threw a party, inviting everyone to his mansion, thinking that he might be the next prime minister. But lo and behold, the next day, he was exiled. You notice that when you use vocal variety, you use the low tones, and you use the body language, you would also be able to catch the audience interest. Overall, you were a really good speaker. You delivered a powerful message. Thank you very much. And for your challenge, I would love for you to study how to use your body language as well as the vocal variety in your next speech. Thank you. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Wilson. Now let's move to our timer to give our timers report for both of our evaluators, and let's see whether they qualify for voting. Please give our timer a round of applause as well.
Unfortunately for District Miranda, it's 3 minutes 40 seconds, so it's not eligible. But for Toastmaster Wilson, it's 3 minutes 20 seconds, so he won by default.
Well, congrats to you. By default, right? I will now call upon the grammarian, Raihan, if you're ready for your grammarian's report. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, or you give it. So, Alvin, can you help me with the presentation?
Oh, yeah. I'm up.
All right. Oh, cute. Okay, so hello again, everyone.
Hello.
So tonight I will be giving the report for grammarian. I would like to ask the timer to help time me because sometimes I go overboard with my notes here. But rather than that, let's move on to what I'm going to be talking about tonight. So continue. So. What the? Okay. So, okay, whatever. Okay, so so tonight, I'm not only going to be talking about what I found, I'm also going to give you some tips on what you can do to improve when it comes to grammar and public speaking in general in regards to some components that the grammarian usually looks at. So let's continue to the next one. Okay, so. As a grammarian, I basically look at 3 components when it comes to your speeches. Number 1, your vocabulary, your choices of words. Where do you choose certain words and here and there? And for the second one, it's the structure of your sentences. Sometimes that can be misaligned, sometimes you put words in front of one another. It happens. And lastly, your pronunciation. This, us as a second language English speaker, is very common, and I don't really think this is that big of a deal because accents exist and pronunciations can differ. As long as your pronunciation is clear and people understand, it's completely okay. So, can we continue? Okay, so some tips if you want to improve your vocabulary and expand it a bit. Consume more media, books, TVs, literature, all that stuff. You can get exposed to different types of vocabulary and how you can use it in a more creative and interesting ways. As for structure, be aware of very common mistakes in your second language use, essentially. For example, I see that in Indonesians, we sometimes misuse the to be verbs. Sometimes it's overused, sometimes it's underused. So being aware of that mistake can help you figure out where you can improve upon. And I see pronunciation has two aspects to it. One is a lack of you don't know how to pronounce it, and the lack of practice. For the first one, you just listen to more experienced speakers that would give you the knowledge of how exactly to pronounce the words. The second one, over enunciating can help because sometimes I didn't come up with this, but I saw a more experienced speaker talk about this, that how we make words is different from language to language. So over enunciating helps with English. Okay, enough me rambling about this stuff. Let's move on to the actual notes. Okay, Gio? Okay, so here are some stuff. It's quite a bit. Let's just some highlights that I think is pretty common. The second one, as you can see, someone said, "You interesting." They miss a couple stuff there. Again, the missing to be verbs. I saw that a couple of times. So you are interesting. I am something. That is something that we can improve upon. And I think in the context of the sentence that the person was speaking, they meant to be this person is interested in something. If you just put it at interesting, it is putting yourself as the subject of the sentence. As many as possible. That by itself is not incorrect, but in context, it's incorrect because they were talking about something uncountable, and with uncountable, you use such much rather than many. This is the fourth from the bottom. Want to power, need to power. This is the exact opposite of the second one. They overuse the to be because power is not an object. It is more of a concept. You typically use to be verbs in that sentence. Has been gone. It was supposed to be gone. And last one, when you're talking about someone's characteristics, it's perform under pressure, not just be under pressure. Anyone can be under pressure, but not everyone can perform under pressure. And the next one, we are going to talk about some pronunciations, and I would like to, maybe everyone can help me out with it. How do you say the first one? Isolated. Isolated. You use the I, not E. I think the person said isolated. The second one? Examined. 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 That's how you do it. Third one? Theory. Theory, not theory. That is very Indonesian, completely understandable. Third one? Fourth one? Naive. Naive. And then last one. Because. Thank you so much. So, for those of you who didn't know these pronunciations, there you go. And the last one is some exemplary phrases that I saw, that I heard, and it was just like that. It was a snap. This is the phrase that I just had to put in here, and it was by our prepared speaker for tonight, Tiam Aleika, and this sentence, a weight of a name that I didn't want, something that I personally relate to, if I'm being completely honest. And lastly, a name is more than just a label. It's our story. It is such a powerful sentence, and yet it's so simple. And I cannot not highlight it, essentially. So congratulations again to you. And I think that concludes my report for tonight. Hopefully you guys learned something, and I'll hand this over back to our general evaluator.
Thank you. That's very concise. And on Snap, I'm looking at our and word of the day counter, and remember the word snap. So over to you, Andika.
Who in here loves to watch YouTube videos? Raise your hands. Imagine this. You're watching your exciting videos and then suddenly loading, buffering, and then what do you say? Oh snap! I want to watch this video. So as promised, I will deliver my report, the INWOD. So speakers, here is for your learning. So Mr. Alaika, your repeated words are, this is, it, I wasn't even. And the filler words, your most favorite filler words are and, but you only did it twice. Another one is I'm sorry and yeah. Dos Messer Shaiful, your repeated words, too long, I think, show your. And your favorite filler words, and Distinguished Dos Messer Miranda, your repeated words in your speech, I am, it's, to, and the filler words, okay, like. Dos Messer Wilson, your repeated word, only one, minister. And the filler word is only one, Dos Messer Marja. Hi, Dos Messer Marja. Your repeated words, you will, and the filler words is and of. Guess Sarah, your repeated words, the and I, and the filler words is, you know, and. Dos Messer Gayatri, you don't have any repeated words. Awesome. And the filler words that you used to like and Guess Nell? Where's Guess Nell? Hi. You also, no, you didn't have any repeated words either. And your favorite filler words is and an. And the WOD, which is snap, I noticed there are 3 people who use it. Dos Messer Shaiful, Dos Messer Wilson, and also Dos Messer Gayatri. I hope all of us can learn from my report, and I will give it back to our general evaluator.
Now we have come to the general evaluation portion. Typically, when I do this, I do take about 10 minutes. But if I say that, Miranda will look at me and say, honey, we've gone over time. I understand. So let's make it more simpler for all of us to learn. I'll share tips instead. Right? I'll share tips instead. The meeting tonight are great. And what can make it another level in terms of elevation is that small things. For example, during evaluation session, I tend to notice, or almost everybody's session actually, I tend to notice we like to use the word but. Think of this scenario. You're very handsome today, but, right? So you no longer remember that you're handsome. You'll always remember that but. So instead of using the word but, let's use a different word. Remove it together. Yes, Miranda? And? Oh no. What you can do, in my experience, is full stop. You're very handsome today. What can make you even more handsome is if, and explain the next point. There are a lot of more creative ways to do this. But this is one of the things that you could do. Mind your words. But can be good, but can also be a destroyer. The next tip I can share with you tonight is to make sure that more people use the word of the day. We use the board. Because I really felt like, oh snap, I look at his face like, oh yeah, word of the day. Almost forgot to use them. The idea about an open house or an open meeting like this is that perhaps not everybody feel very comfortable keep opening up their phone to check onto the agenda. So my suggestion is probably to display the agenda up in front so that we don't have to keep looking at like that. Sometimes it could be dictated as, for example, someone was talking in front and I'm over there, keep flipping the agenda. You might not know that I'm actually listening or if I'm actually doing something else. So you want to support your friends, let's make it a more supportive environment for everyone. But what I love most about tonight's meeting is the crowd and interaction. That is all of you. So please give yourselves a round of applause. You guys have been a serious sport. So in order for us to know how great is one meeting is not exactly to hear from the general evaluator, is to actually ask the crowd. I'm going to do a trick that I'm going to share with you. Probably not many people know how to do this. I'm going to choose two lucky guests who is not Toastmasters yet, right? And I want you to ponder upon this particular question. Let me choose Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Sarah, think about one key takeaway that you get from tonight, just one, okay? You don't have to say anything now, just think about it. And then I'd like to choose Risky. Where's Risky? Risky, hi Risky. Yeah, the winner of Alaika challenge. Right, Risky. Think about what is your favorite part of tonight's meeting. Think about it. Now, while the two of you are thinking, we'll come back to you after this. I'd like to call upon a Toastmaster who has been a Toastmaster for a long while. Let's probably ask our word of the day. Okay. How have Toastmasters benefited you in your professional life? Would you be able to let us know? I remember this is not the table topics, so a maximum of 30 seconds will be good enough. Okay. Save it for manual speech if you have a longer answer. 30 seconds.
This is very useful, especially when I was asked or am asked. I am asked by my executives. So suddenly in the elevator and also in the meeting room, so I have to provide a quick answer to satisfy their question. So Toastmasters has helped me to do that.
All right, amazing, Anika. Thank you. Now let me ask Donna. Donna, hi. Would you mind to join me up on the stage? Donna has a very simple question while both of our guests are thinking, right? How have your club in specific, can you introduce your club name as well? How has your club supported you as a member? I'll give you an example, yeah? I'm from Azam Toastmasters Club and from another club called the Trainers Hub. I joined Trainers Hub because I needed a spot for me to practice as a trainer. Now in my regular home club, which is Azam Toastmasters Club in Kuching, is because they know me as a district director, so every time I'm just a general evaluator, every meeting. Right? Like that's what everyone likes to do. And it's okay, I know I need to serve them. So I became a member of that club because I need a relaxed outlet. It's a separate purpose. So how have your club served you?
Thank you, Didi Hani. I gotta think about this. SCBD was a very pleasant surprise. Initially, like most people, like maybe Raihan experiences in JTC, it's a factor of SEO. You learn about SCBD, the neighborhood, and Jakarta because it's like fancy and glitzy. But in fact, hold on, Wilson. I'm actually really blessed to be surrounded by really good speakers. I really, really am. My mentor, Chota Sigarda, Toastmaster Alvin, who else? Our president, Toastmaster Nika. I am immersed in this amazing environment and I get to just absorb everything. And honest to goodness, I'm really grateful. So that's what SCBD has helped me personally. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dada. So you see, I'm sure everyone by now have a reason why you join a club, whatever reason it is, right? Whether if it's for fun, for career, whatever reason it is. And that's what I'd like for everyone to see. That when it comes to a club, you don't have to be the same with the other one. Donna thinks her club has great speakers, and that is correct, right? Because it's what you feel that matters. Now, two of our guests, are you ready to answer? Have you thought about it? All right, so go ahead, Sarah. What is your key takeaway for tonight? One key takeaway. Oh.
Hello again, everyone. So yeah, I think the main takeaway of this, great session is just try, I guess. Public speaker. I am fearful of public speaking, but actually, public speaking is not that fearful when you have confidence in yourself. And I believe that when you have a confidence in yourself, it means that you love yourself enough. And that's all the takeaway that I can share with you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Okay, thank you. Right. Thank you so much, Sarah. And I hope you'll be able to find your answers here. Earlier on, I remember Sarah said, help me find that answer. In this particular hall, there's a lot of clubs. So the rest of you know what to do. But Sarah, in all genuinity, I do, as a fellow who understood this journey, I would say that when you find that perfect home, you'll go far and beyond. All right, the champion of Alaika Challenge. Are you ready to share with us?
Yeah, I'll try to say this without microphone.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think you guys already know what my answer is. And I also would like to share some story with you. So we've been married for almost 2 years right now. And one of the things, this is also a new thing for me because all this time I've been a lone wolf in my career. I progressed alone in my through everything. But however, tonight I was supporting my wife, and in her first prepared public speaking, a lot of things happen because when you're married with someone for a long time, you kind of get merged into one entity. So when she's up there, I got really nervous as well. And one of the different things this time is that all this time, if I get nervous, I can manage it because it's my own self. But today, when she's up there, I'm nervous. Oh, I cannot do anything with it. All I can do is just pray to God, and it turns out really well because 2 weeks going through this, 2 weeks going through this night, up until this night, we're practicing together. I know where she gets from. That's why when I saw the result came out way better than the preparation, was really good. It is really a really precious moment for both of us. It is a big night for her, and it is a new experience for me as a husband. So it is really wonderful.
I think, in short, he was trying to say his favorite part of the night was his wife's speech. But you know what? My husband is a Toastmaster. I met him in Toastmasters, and I can tell you that when you have two people who is invested in growth and developing, they are your best, I wouldn't say critique, but they are actually your best evaluator. They'll see how far you've grown. So you are very lucky to have a wife who happens to have a mindset of a grower, and they happen to be in Toastmasters. So ladies and gentlemen, you heard all kind of testimonials since just now. For those of us who is a guest tonight, and if you're still thinking and considering whether if this is a platform for you, I hope you found your answers. And whichever whichever club you end up being in, Toastmasters is a global platform. Once a Toastmasters, you're always going to be a Toastmasters. I hope that you end up becoming one of us. It's not a cult, I swear. It's not a cult, I swear, but maybe it is. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Once again, big round of applause to our general evaluator. Wow. So interesting. What can we learn just in one night, just in one meeting? So imagine what can you learn next meeting, in next meeting. Yeah, so keep coming, and tomorrow we will have Toastmaster Leadership Institute when you can learn more about public speaking, leadership, and more in Season City from 10 a.m. Alright, so it's time to see the truth from our ball counter. Who will win? As tonight's best speakers, over to you, Faustine.
Thank you, Alvin. Everyone, I'd like to ask Alvin to help publish. Oh, okay, we have certificate for our first winner. Our favorite prepared speaker goes to Toastmaster Alaika. Congratulations, Toastmaster Alaika.
One, two, three. All right.
Next up, we have our best several topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Gayatri. Congratulations, Toastmaster Gayatri.
Smiley face. One, two, three.
Finally, we all know who is the winner. The best evaluator of the meeting is Toastmaster Wilson. Congratulations, Toastmaster Wilson.
To accept the award, you need to wear a shoe.
Well, we can Photoshop that.
Can I have like this?
Okay, one.
Oh, no
two.
shoes.
No shoes.
Yeah.
Congratulations to all of our winners. And I'd like to give it back to Toastmaster Al.
Alright, thank you, Faustine. So that's all for our meeting today, our open house today. Thank you so much for coming away, our district director, Distinguished Toastmaster Hani, away from Malaysia, and our program quality director, Distinguished Toastmaster Miranda from Bali. And don't forget, tomorrow what we will have? TLI at where? Thank you for reminding me. And what time? 10 a.m. So I believe you still remember, and see you tomorrow. And to recall this meeting, this workshop, this open house, we learned from Distinguished Toastmaster Hani to prepare and to practice and to get feedback. And from Distinguished Toastmaster Miranda in table topic, what we learned? Prep. Listen. Example. Point. Be ready to practice in another Toastmasters meeting. And one more request, please find somewhere in your right or left and say, good job, good job. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you so much. See you again and happy morning. Oh, let's have photo.
Geser aja.
Point again. You did so well. That was too bad. That was too bad.
Ini coba dulu itunya ya.
Actually, we probably